is Haley. Welcome to my video/channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking a bit about Fender Jaguars in case you're interested in getting one. Just so you know too, I have a blog that is linked below that has probably a lot of what I'll talk about here summarized. So if you prefer reading to video content, you can always just check that out. So I actually was given this Jaguar by Fender Billy, so thank you so much for that. This has just been the coolest guitar. I saw this guitar and immediately was like, this is the coolest looking thing. First of all, this is like one of my favorite colors. I didn't really know what was going on in this section, but just look how awesome this guitar looks, and it's pretty heavy too. So when I first got this, I didn't quite know like a lot about them, and this guitar is the Fender American Original 60s reissue guitar, and it's in the surf green. So Jaguars, they were the fourth guitar out in Fender's line. I think they came out in like 62, so they came after the Jazzmaster. So if you are kind of looking into these, you might be considering a Jazzmaster or a Jaguar, so hopefully this video helps you make a decision. Okay, so the first thing to know about Jaguars is what these tone knobs do. It's kind of cool. You have a lot more options than you would like a Tele or a Strat or just another type of guitar, because you have a rhythm section, which is controlled up here. So when I switch my guitar up here, this puts it kind of on that rhythm section. And you can see this is actually used to control the volume. And then this is used to control the tone. So yeah, that's tone control. I don't really use the rhythm section as much. I guess I could, but I just don't find myself using it a ton. Okay, so then if we switch this down, this is going to now be in my lead section. So when they're all down, that means they're all off. These are the same volume and tone. But for this one, this is a treble cut on off. So like if I didn't have any of the other pickups on, you just literally wouldn't hear anything coming through. So I'll turn that on for now. And so this is gonna control this pickup, this controls that pickup. So pretty straightforward. So you can see her. And then this is going to turn this pickup on. So now this is just on this neck pickup. So now going into the difference between this and a Jazzmaster. So the difference between a Jaguar and a Jazzmaster, though they both have that asymmetrical kind of fun little shape, and I'm probably going to be reading a lot of this just because I don't have all my differences memorized here. So the length of a Jazzmaster is shorter of the neck. So it has 21 frets, this has 22. The circuitry, this has the individual on-off switches for each of the pickups, and the Jazzmaster has more of a traditional toggle switch like you would a Strat or a Tele. But both of them do have the rhythm and lead section, so that is the same thing. As far as the body shape, the JAG-WIRE has a upper horn, as they call it, that is sharper, so this is a bit more, I guess, defined. As far as the pickups go, Jazzmasters have those flat, wide single coil pickups, and this one, they're a lot more raised, and they also have this like metal kind of thing around them that was made to prevent humming, so it's supposed to be a bit quieter, and they're also going to be a lot brighter, but they're also single coil pickups. And then last thing is they both have a floating style bridge. So mine doesn't have that anymore because I changed it out. And just a teeny bit more background on the Jaguars. So when they were released back in the 60s, They were really popular with like surf guitarists, which obviously it looks like very surf guitar-y kind of vibe. But then after that, they pretty much completely lost their popularity and they got discontinued. So now they're back and they have that super cool kind of vintage look. And like players like Kurt Cobain and different people like that made them really popular again. So if you are thinking about getting a JAG-WIRE, here is something to know. Biggest thing I would say is the bridge. Before I changed out this bridge, and the reason I decided to do it is, one, I was having to use heavier strings because the light strings would very easily pop over those little coils and like fall off. So that was annoying because I love playing with lighter strings. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is it had really bad intonation issues. Like if I played a G here and then if I played it up here, it would be like pretty out of tune sounding up here. It also had some buzzing issues too. Like it just sounded like a buzzy kind of hummy sound. And that was also due to the bridge. I got my guitar professionally set up and literally like the next day it kept having intonation issues and I took it back in and I was like, I feel like the setup like might have not worked or something, and they said it looked like it actually like gone completely back from the setup, and that's just because the bridge moves a lot. This one's really sturdy, but like before, like I could literally rock the bridge and like slide it back and forth. It was really wobbly and the strings would kind of like sit in the coil, so they would bump out a lot, which is annoying. So I did a lot of research on bridges. I dove deep into the internet and pretty much like it seems like there is two big fixes, well kind of three. So the biggest brands are Stay Trim, which those Stay Trim bridges, they I think only ship in the UK now, and they might have even been discontinued, I believe now. So that is one, but you can still find them on like reverb.com, but they have gone up in price. But you might see if you've been doing research that people will suggest Stay Trim bridges because they used to be cheaper than Mastery bridges. So the other option is a Mastery bridge, and that's what I have. I just got this put in by Eastside Music Supply, and it is so sturdy. Basically, there's like pegs on here, and the bridge slides on top of it. But I have now really light strings on here. It totally fixed the intonation issues. Honestly, I wish I would have done it earlier. It's just great. It's super sturdy. So that's another option. And then I have seen that some people put Mustang bridges on there, but I've seen kind of mixed reviews. Like some people have said that fixed intonation issues and some people said it didn't. Another thing about Fender JAG-WIREs is some people, when I was reading, put shims in the neck, like right under here to make it a different angle that is better, and I guess sometimes that can fix the intonation issues, but I didn't need to do that. This neck is really straight. My next suggestion, if you are looking at JAG-WIREs, is consider getting a really thick, cushy strap. They are definitely kind of chunks, so it's for sure a heavier guitar. Like once I played this for like I think a 3-hour kind of thing at my church, and by the end my shoulder hurt so bad because I didn't have a very like cushy strap. So that is definitely something that I would take into consideration, is just getting like a thick strap, or if you're someone that has back issues, maybe check out a lighter guitar. So overall, I would say I definitely recommend a JAG-WIRE. So the things that I love the most about this JAG-WIRE, besides it just looking really cool, is it really has just a beautiful tone. Like I love its tone. I love a brighter guitar because when you're playing with the band, it does pop out in the mix a little bit more. And this one definitely just has such a cool sound to it. And it is kind of a bit of a showstopper guitar. I just love the color and just the fun shape of it. So overall, I would definitely recommend getting one, but I would just say go into it knowing especially the stuff about the bridge. I think that that is the most important, that it would probably be good to change it out just so you don't have to worry about those strings popping out or buzzing or anything like that. So I hope this quick little summary on the Jag was helpful for you. Let me know if you have any questions below, or any thoughts or any comments if you've done any cool mods with your Jag. And thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day.